Thought we were going to have that on YouTube. Can you ask him if we can put that on YouTube? Well, wait till we get going. All right. Welcome to Dixie Sports Plus. How y'all doing? How's your mama?
She's good.
She's good. Every day. She must be getting better. Good old Cindy K. She's good. She's a good one. All right. Welcome to Dixie Sports Plus. Jamie Curley, your host, with a co-host here, AK-47.
Come on.
Alan Kinnemer, of course, behind the scenes. You can't see Therese Hannon doing a fantastic job. Got it all. Yeah, you can hear her yell. She's loud. You can hear her. And then, of course, we want to thank you for Steel Hall. Come on down. I know it's 4 o'clock, but you're getting off work. It's Friday. Come on down. Get you something to drink. Bring the family if you need to. It's Thursday. Did I say Friday?
It's Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. That's right. That's good. So, anyway, welcome to Steel Hall. What a fantastic weekend.
Some of us had an awesome
football.
weekend.
Some people had a great, Saturday night, if you haven't figured this out yet, I'm a big Alabama fan. And, I didn't tell this story. This is what I grew up with. The day I was born, 1969, November 29th, 1969, I was born at 8 a.m. My father went to the Alabama-Auburn game at 12 o'clock.
His priorities in line.
He had his priorities. I was born at 8 a.m. He skipped me. My mom went to the game. That's what I grew up with.
But you turned out okay.
I turned out okay, but that's the fan base that I have. So Saturday night, I realized, with all the pride of Alabama, big loss, of course, at Florida State, we still have.
No.
You don't think it was a fight song?
The Auburn fight song?
No.
Oh.
For Bama fans. One song did come to mind Saturday night. This is what came to mind.
Room despair and agony on me. The dirty crash and excessive misery. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Room despair and agony on me.
You got to experience some of this.
No, it is not time for us to experience this. I don't like this.
Well, us Auburn fans have just swam in it for so long.
I will refuse to swim in it.
And y'all are now, what was that? Man, I wish we had the graphic of the kid that told us Alabama was 0-1.
No, he said we're number one.
Oh, okay.
He said we're number one.
Everybody in the world know that.
We're number one.
That's right.
And we just started dying laughing because that's how I felt. If somebody would have put a camera on me, I might have done the exact same thing.
There really wasn't anything you could do.
There was not
Except
anything I could do but just take it. Had to take it. So anyway, we are ready to start the show.
That's right.
I wanted to open up with that right there. Again, we are live from Steel Hall in Trussville, Alabama. Come down and see us. I know there's a few guys that are showing down here. We have a trivia question.
Yeah.
Today. I posted it. And if you can come down here, we got a bucket. If you can put your name and the answer to the question, we're going to have a drawing around 5:15. Eric, the owner of facilities, is going to come in. We're going to talk to him a little bit, part of our local flavor, eighth inning. Right. He's going to draw the name, and it's a good prize.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
two
good prizes, actually.
Okay,
so we've got something that it's worth your while to come down here, be a part of the show, watch what we're doing here. All right, so anyway, that's the pregame. First inning up. What do we say when we start the game?
Play ball.
Play ball. It's time for the first inning. All right, so here we are. First inning. We're going to talk about Saturday. He's an Auburn fan, if you hadn't figured this out. That's why he's got that smirky little grin on his face. Tree's back there same way. I'm surrounded by Auburn people. Thank goodness my wife is here. We balance out. Two for two. So Saturday, everything's been said that can be said.
That's right.
Being an Alabama, big question mark. Looked okay. Come down, score. That's it. We're done. This game's 35-7 Bama. But Florida State, when you're hungry,
you get after it.
You get after it. And Alabama's a 10 season. Alabama just won national championship, first time since 92. They weren't hungry. It was like that was enough. And kind of with Alabama, it was all like, well, we're just all here, so we just got to get off the bus.
Yeah, I think so. And I think a lot of people say this, that there's been this stigma of you're playing Alabama, there's been just and I'm an Auburn fan. I mean, you said it earlier. There's been a fear, a small fear at least of, man, we got to play Bama. I don't know that that's there any longer.
Oh, that's way gone.
Yeah, it's
That's
out.
way. Florida State was not intimidated. I got to give
No.
credit. It wasn't. Alabama did play a poor game, but Florida State did what they
They were
had to
prepared.
do. They were prepared. Gus Malzahn had all summer to prepare against Womack's defense.
Where
and
have I
did
heard that
excellent.
name?
Gus Malzahn. He's been around here somewhere a little bit. I think he's running for governor.
Got a buzz, doesn't he?
He does have a bus. Is he running for governor? Is that the one running for governor?
No.
Oh.
No,
that's
no.
Tommy.
That's
Tommy
right.
T's running
Tommy
for
T.
governor. I want
That's
to remind
okay.
y'all.
That's okay. Gus Bus rolled on.
The Gus bus did roll on, and actually, Cheesnick.
That's right. Chiswick's
Cheesneck
baby.
came in after him and won a national championship with you guys.
That's right.
That's only going to happen every 80 years.
Hey, all that matters is that we won.
He
we
did.
got them.
So anyway, back to this. Alabama just looked pitiful, poorly prepared, poorly coached. We're not ready. We're not energized. I think that first drive might have been the worst thing for them to go in and score, because then they all just settled.
Yep.
And we got this. And that's the worst thing you can do with a team that's hungry. So Bama, huge thumbs down. Just poor defense, poorly prepared offense, poor coaching. Just one of those things. I hate it. And again, turn around. We'll reverse this. I'll talk very quickly about Auburn. Didn't get to see a lot of it because we had a football game. I'm coaching at Springville, so I missed probably about the first 2.5 quarters. I picked up about 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And looking at the stats, Auburn did well. They did a couple of weeks ago trying to figure it out. So everybody in the SEC looked really good except for Alabama.
It did, and I'll say this: I think there's a lot of expectation with Alabama. I think there's a lot of this: we will dominate every game, and it didn't happen. So there's a lot of upset.
Yep.
Be a word, but I think let's see how they respond this week.
That is true.
Let's
That's true.
respond. But getting back to the Auburn game, their running game was incredible. Running game was good. 307 yards rushing. Arnold, Austin, and Cobb all productive. Offensive line, dominant performance. Minimal pressure on Arnold, which was huge. And then Jackson Arnold in his debut,
I know.
man, made it. Made
Yeah.
a good one.
Big question mark. 2 weeks ago they were talking about they had to ease the defense down and a lot of and I'm beginning to think doing what he does really well, kind of playing a game,
That's right.
playing. It's called sandbagging as a coach. I've done that. Oh, how y'all do? Oh, we're awful.
Awful.
We're awful. And deep down inside you're like, hey, we're not bad.
Yeah.
So he did a good job again.
That's right.
And again Baylor is a good team. They're not a great team. They're a good team, so
Yeah.
we'll see how good as they play on. Again, they have a much tougher schedule as they go. It's going to be a tough year for Baylor. But anyway, good game for Auburn. The second inning, the other games, Alabama, huge thumbs down. I don't know if on Saturdays, I'm going to be doing my Dixie Sports Plus live review, probably in the morning, probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then in the evening, kind of give a review of the day, just kind of something I'm doing, adding in on YouTube. So again, we're here, first inning. Man, college football. We're going to talk a little bit about second inning. Is going to be all the other games. Third inning is my opinion on Kalen DeBoer. Stick around for that. Stick around for that. Anyway, so we're going to go in. This NFL starts tonight.
Man, come on.
Come on.
Who's excited about NFL? I think we got the thing that we're seeing is more people excited. They've got to keep that excitement. I
Yeah.
feel like as the season goes, it weighs. And then, of course, Super Bowl, everybody jumps in.
Oh, yeah, everybody likes that. Of course, we watch it for the commercials.
That's right, yeah.
I haven't had a favorite team in probably 20 years. I was a big
No, I agree.
Steelers fan growing up. The money got in the way. I just didn't like it. But now that my boys have us playing fantasy football, and we did get a DSP fantasy football team last night, everybody in the family, you have a team. We plugged you in.
Hey, sweet.
Big wiener here. Well, I don't want to do it. Woo.
No, I was elbow deep in sheetrock last
Okay,
night.
well, we got you a team, and it's
Okay.
not a bad team.
Awesome.
It's not bad. So anyway, fantasy football has helped NFL more than anything
Yeah.
because now I don't care so much about who wins. I just need Brock Purdy to have a great game Sunday.
Yeah.
I need my quarterback and my receivers. I need them to do well. So I will pay attention in NFL with that. So
And you'll pay attention to more than one game.
oh yeah.
Like you're
Yeah, I got to watch 5 or 6
That's
games
right, yeah.
for the people that are on my team. So fantasy football has definitely helped with NFL. So with that, we have the first week of NFL coming up tonight. The Eagles versus the the Cowboys are playing. And did I say that? I did. Sorry.
But it's true.
My son-in-law is a Cowboys fan, and he takes it. He knows. He knows. He loves the Cowboys, Nick. I know you're watching, but he probably laughed at Cowgirls. So
Yeah, and I mean, would you say Jerry Jones needs to get out of the way?
I would say Jerry Jones needs to go. That's the problem with Dallas.
Yep.
As long as you got Jerry World there, Dallas will be what they are.
That's right.
Got to get a new owner. He should realize that. Sell for $1 billion. He's already a gajillionaire.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't need money.
He doesn't need money. So anyway, Stephen Curley, Legacy Electric. Again, I don't know if they're across the bottom of that. Do we have that on there? Heck yeah. Mike Gagliano and company, Mikey and Chase. Dixie Sports prides itself on being different. So does Legacy Electrical. 205-615-2722 or mylegacyelectrical.com. From pricing to 5-star Google customer satisfaction, they're your specialists. They lead a team that can do it all. Lighting, TVs, fans, charging stations, security cameras, remodels, even generators. If you want electric done right and affordable, Legacy Electrical, 205-615-2722. It's now time for the Legacy Electrical first inning Stephen Curley NFL report. My boy, take it, Stevie.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Curley, bringing y'all the NFL report this week. Just gonna hop straight into some stuff here, some player updates over the last week. Big news: Micah Parsons traded to the Green Bay Packers. Why did Jerry Jones do that? Nobody will ever know. They say money reasons. I say Jerry Jones never wants the Cowboys to be good again. Because they have the money. They had players. Say Kenny Clark is a great player that they're getting from the Packers, and 2 firsts is really big. You don't see that in today's trade market, but you also don't see guys like Michael Parsons really getting traded anymore. Just a weird move for the Cowboys, but we'll see how it plays out. Maybe Jerry Jones has been planning something, but I feel like he's been planning something for a long time, and the Cowboys still are not good. Najee Harris has been cleared. He's able to play after his firework eye injury stuff that went on. It'll be really good to have him with the Chargers because I think him and Amari and Hampton are going to be a really, really solid running back room. That's an 1A, 1B kind of running back room. You don't pick one of those two guys. I think you use them both a lot. And then the last thing I want to mention about a player, Jackson Dart has been officially named the backup behind Russell Wilson for the Giants, making Jameis Winston the third-string quarterback for that team. It's something I talked about last week that I thought after Jackson Dart's preseason that he really showed signs that he could be an NFL quarterback season 1. And it's already falling into place because inevitably Russell Wilson's going to start to suck and Giants fans are going to scream for another quarterback. Jackson Dart looks like it's going to be that guy. Games of the week, I'm going to give y'all a couple big games every week, games that I think you should watch. Chargers versus Chiefs, always a really good game. 2 of the best quarterbacks going at it. How could you not want to watch that? Lions versus Packers, I think this is one that's 2 teams that aren't necessarily going to be the best, but I think they could both make really far runs this season. So definitely something to keep an eye on with that game. Could be really, really good. And then the last one, Ravens and Bills. This is a game that game of the week. It could be game. Lamar and Josh Allen, MVP favorites at this point already. That's gonna be the game to watch if you can only watch one. And then upset alert. I'm gonna give y'all one upset a week that I think could happen. Really, really hard to do this with week 1 because we don't know who's good. But I'm going to go with the Colts over the Dolphins. I think the run game for the Colts, if they can get that moving, would be lethal. And then you've got some wideout guys. You got Pittman, you got Alec Pierce. And I think that they could get some pieces moving really well this week against a not great Dolphins defense. But as of this morning, which makes this not really a huge upset, I saw Wednesday morning is when I'm recording this. The Colts are actually favored to win by 1.5 now. So it's not really an upset, but I'm sticking with it because I think it still is. Dolphins are normally a good team. Colts normally suck. So I'm still going to go with it. But that's my upset of the week to watch out for is the Colts over the Dolphins. But, that's kind of all I got this week. Night, as y'all are watching this, it's tomorrow night. But tonight, as y'all are watching, should be a really good game. I hope y'all all watch it after you watch Dixie Sports Plus. But yeah, that's all I got. So I hope to see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.
There we go.
There we go.
We can't get rid of gloom, despair.
Oh,
Yeah, I
my
can still hear the
goodness.
music. So the square, big square. There you go. Live
All right.
TV.
Live TV, man.
We need to do gloom and despair probably coming in every inning. It's still gloom and despair. We'll talk about that later. But
Ooh,
I mean, Wisconsin. I was so confident.
not anymore.
Wisconsin, I was like, ugh, if we lose to the Cheeseheads.
Hmm.
Anyway, second inning, top of the second inning. Welcome back. We're going to do what we call the AYO. What's the AYO stand for?
All you others.
All you others. That's the second inning today. That means all the other big games that happen. Of course, it was more than just Alabama and Auburn. It's hard to believe. There are other games
That's right. That's
on the
right.
planet than Auburn and Alabama. So there were some big games. Again, one of the big ones was again the Texas game, Texas-Ohio State.
Yep.
That was a big game. That was two really good teams playing. Because, see, that was the whole thing. If it had Alabama gone into Ohio State and lost like that, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you walked into a trap. It's one of those things. But the fact that Texas was one score away with Arch Manning being a huge disappointment. We've got our bottom five coming up later. We got our top five, bottom five. He might be in there. So anyway, but Texas did not play well and still could have won that ball game.
Yeah, and I'll say this about this is my honest feeling about Archie Manning. I think he's going to surprise some folks. I do. I'm more of a spectator. You're more of a coach, and so you see more than the spectator sees. From the spectator's eyes, I think there was a lot of pressure on him, and warranted. I mean,
There was.
However, I think we have to look at the fact that he's not Eli, he's not Peyton.
He is not.
But let's see how he does this week. I want to see how he does this weekend.
Yeah, they've got a much easier schedule for the next couple of games. And then they start playing SEC, and they've got to fix this again. I'd still say Ohio State's the number one team in the nation just because they beat Texas. We'll see how they do. They are the highest paid team. You know, they're the Yankees of baseball. They have more money going into their players now that NIL allows that. That's a whole other thing. We'll go down that dark road other times. But Ohio State's putting a lot of money in players. They're getting good players. They're going to always be able to have the money to buy big players. So as long as NIL and transfer portal stays the way it is, Ohio State will always be in the top three, not five, top three.
But it loses its luster.
To
By
me, it
that,
does.
It takes it. You know, is this kid going to be here next? Or kid, is this guy going to be here next year? You know, and it's not. That's one of the reasons I think NFL turns people off is it's all about the money, and we're getting into that with college football. And I think we're going to find out from a profitability standpoint that this is messing up what college football is all about.
I totally agree. I've hated it from the beginning, and me and my son Steven have gotten into it. He's all about NIL and all for it. And if they can make $1 billion, let them. I'm not. So anyway, because of that, you're going to see a lot of games like Texas and Oklahoma. The top 10 will stay the top 10. The top 10 of money will always compete. And every now and then you'll get a Cinderella that might sneak in. But now that you've got to win possibly 3 games in the playoffs, the Cinderellas won't make it.
And all the reports coming out are showing, like you said, Ohio State's got a pretty deep bank account. If we could get what's his name with Apple to come on board with Auburn, we'd have pretty deep pockets too.
Maybe the Big Apple guy, yeah.
But all the reports are showing that there's a shallow pocket in the SEC, and it's with Alabama. That they're a little tight.
I don't know about that. Alabama's been one of the few teams to return triple-digit million profit. I mean, since Saban was there, they were making so much money on TV, going to the playoffs, going to the SEC championship. You make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions of dollars when you go and play in national championships and win it because you get all the merchandise that goes with it. You get all the national championships. So from what I've gathered, because when they put the new stadium in at Bryant-Denny, they just paid for it in cash. I mean, it was just done. So it may not last as long. The bank account may not be as deep for years and years, for decades.
Yeah, that's.
But I think they can compete with everybody right now.
Yeah.
With hundreds of millions of dollars. So anyway, Texas, Ohio State, probably the best game.
Yeah.
Tennessee looked pretty good. Quarterback had his moments. They looked good enough to compete in the SEC. Georgia dominated, not a big deal. The game for me that was the biggest shocker was the LSU game.
Yes.
I really picked Clemson to beat them
I think I did
soundly.
too. Yeah.
They did not. LSU won that game, which scares me as an Alabama fan. It should scare you as an Auburn fan because we both have to play LSU. I think y'all play at LSU this year, don't you?
Oh man, and that is an.
We got them at home
awful
at least.
that is a tough place to play.
Death Valley. No, anyway,
Yeah.
Tracy
Sorry,
giving her
Tracy.
comments.
Yeah.
So, LSU looks surprisingly good, which is scary, even though I think Brian Kelly could take
That's
a $10 horse and make it worth $7.
Yeah, that's
So
he will.
we'll see how LSU pans out. They may have just gotten ready for Clemson, and maybe Clemson isn't that great. But I think LSU's a really, really good team, maybe the second best right now.
Well, I mean, I will tell you that the numbers between the LSU quarterback Nussmeier and Klubnik,
Yeah,
I don't know
whatever
how to
that
pronounce
is.
it.
Yeah.
You know, they're side by side,
Yeah.
230 for Klubnik and 232 for Nussmeier on yards. That's pretty big. The thing that you see separates is Nussmeier with a touchdown and Klubnik with
Yeah.
an interception. So
Well,
very close.
and a lot of that, talked about Nussmeier being such a good quarterback, the fact that LSU's defense stood really tall. And LSU's
Yeah.
always had a good defense. I mean,
right.
the year they won the national championship with Joe Burrow, everybody forgets what a fantastic defense they had. Not only did they have a great offense, fantastic defense as well. So LSU, watch out. They might be able to run the
surprise us.
table. They could be really, really good at this point. So, again, a couple of other ball games. I don't know if we had anything else. SEC looked really good with the exception of Alabama. I think everybody won in the SEC, didn't they? Except Alabama?
Yeah.
I think everybody pretty much won in the SEC, which when was the last time that's happened?
Your boyfriend won.
Lane
Joey Freshman.
Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin for Bama. That's the slogan from this portion of DSP. I'm all about that. Yes, Ole Miss, I'm telling you, I picked them to be number 5. They may be working right in there with LSU. They got to play, I think, at LSU this year. That's going to be a big ball game, Ole Miss at
Yes.
LSU. And then we'll see how that pans out with Texas. Alabama is now out of my top tier. They're at the bottom of the middle tier, and maybe they'll get better. We'll talk about that next inning. So Ole Miss, LSU, Georgia, Texas, they're running into that top tier right now. So again, and in poor Stanford, we're always going to talk about Stanford. My dogs looked absolutely atrocious, got absolutely pummeled in their opening game. So maybe Hatch can get that figured out. We got to get back in the game right there. Stanford did not look good. But, that's how it is. They didn't have a good season last year.
Nope. Have you seen their campus lately?
Stanford, yeah. Our youngest son's a
Oh,
senior
that's right.
there.
Yeah,
we're there quite often.
Beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous.
Beautiful place.
Gorgeous.
And they keep adding on to it.
Oh, they keep adding buildings. That when I was there, I got there in the fall of '87, and by the time I graduated, we had a great saying that we had the highest student to groundkeeper ratio
I
in
do
America.
They used to winterize
Yes.
the entrance.
You couldn't go anywhere without having people planting flowers, taking up flowers, cutting grass, trimming stuff. That's why we had such a high student to groundskeeper ratio.
No.
And they still do at Stanford. So beautiful campus,
Beautiful.
not a good looking football program right now, but
No.
hopefully Coach Hatcher can get that figured out. All
We'll
right,
get
so
that.
anything else on second inning you got?
No,
Any
I
other
think
games?
we got it.
We hit the AYOs, all the others. We're going to get to the the Designs for Hope, Jaggard Moore NBA report. Not a lot going on in the NBA, so his will be pretty quick, but Designs for Hope. We design solutions, empower communities, and ignite hope for lasting change through clean water and the gospel. Join us for making a difference at designsforhope.org if you're interested in helping countries in Africa, Central America, and South America, and even in India. Chris Bond and the guys there at Designs for Hope do a super job for that if you're interested in helping fund them or you want to go on a mission trip. Designsforhope.org. So we will now go to the second inning, Designs for Hope. Jaggard Moore with more on sports NBA report. Take it, Jag.
Dixie Sports Plus. What's up, everybody? Jagger here with Dixie Sports Plus, third NBA report. I wish I could have got my intro in, but my recording app is not working. So that's great. But we all go through adversity and we gotta find a way through. So this is my video. So the NBA season is almost here, so instead of just talking about scores and stats, I want to do something a little different. I want to do some basketball trivia. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into it. This one, first one's easy. Who holds the record for most career three-pointers made in the NBA? If you said Steph Curry, you're correct. At this point, defenders probably feel like they're guarding a cheat code. Yeah. Here's another one. Which team drafted Kobe Bryant before trading him to the Lakers? Ding, ding, ding. If you said Charlotte Hornets, bang. Imagine trading away Kobe and then seeing what he did for the league. Yeah, that's pretty tough. All right, how about this one? Who scored 100 points in a single NBA game? Wilt Chamberlain. And just to make it a little crazier, there was no three-point line back then. It was just all twos. All right, one more fun one. Who was the shortest player in NBA history? That's right, Muggsy Bogues at 5'3". Meanwhile, he was dishing dimes against guys nearly 2 feet taller than him. But that's heart over height, right? There we go. All right, last one. I'll leave you with this. Only 2 players in NBA history have ever recorded a quadruple double in a game. Can you name them? All right, think on it, and I'll give you the answer in next week's NBA report. And until then, this has been Jagger and Moore on Dixie Sports Plus, where the trivia is tough, but the wait for the answer is tougher.
All right, we are back with the third inning, top of the third inning. Thank you, Jaggard, with the Designs for Hope second inning NBA report. Not a lot going on in the NBA. He told me that. He goes, what do I do? I said, do some trivia. He had some great questions right there. That was
Yes,
a good
he
one.
did.
Which 2 NBA in a game? That rarely happens. Of course, it's only happened twice. So, again, you know what a quadruple double is?
Is that where you score 3 points and 2 points?
So close, but not at all. No.
A triple and a 3-pointer and 2 rebounds?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
It's quadruple doubles, where you get 10 or more of something in 4 categories, like scoring, rebounding, steals, assists.
See, I'm 6'5".
You're tall. You
I know,
should be a basketball.
Dude, my favorite one was, have you always been that tall? I said, yeah, man, I popped right out of my mom, 6'5". Come on.
Poor Cindy. Poor Cindy. All right, we're back with the third inning here. And what we have here is my wife, don't let me go too far with
She's
this.
going to throw something.
No. Tell me to shut up when I'm going too far. It's the opinion on Saturday.
You want me to rub your leg?
Third, I'm going to let you go first. Program the next 12, 13 games. You go first.
You're so nice. So, Auburn overall, I mean, they looked great. Their stats looked great. I think the thing we have to keep in perspective is it was Baylor. And I mean, the Baylor's a good team. Don't get me wrong. There's some people I know that big Baylor fans. But Michael McSweeney, you remember him?
yeah.
Graduated from Baylor,
yeah.
graduated from Trustful. He's a Baylor
yeah.
fan, also Alabama fan, I believe. But it's Baylor. Like I see all these people talking about Auburn's back. We're not back. Well, it's a good way to start
good
the
start.
season. The next 2 games,
good
Ball
start.
State and South Alabama,
Yeah,
cupcakes.
Not much.
But then we go on a 7-game SEC that we're playing who we are this early to get us built up to that. But I hope they don't, like you said earlier with Alabama, just relax and get comfortable, because we know when you get comfortable, you get passed, you get run over.
Yep.
And that is a little bit of a concern. But overall, that 307 rushing yards, dominant performance on the line, offensive line, the quarterback, strong rushing debut. And he was very calm, it seemed like. Calm decision making. And then the turning point in that game, or I don't know if it was a turning point, but it was a big momentum stealer from Baylor, and that's when we had the kickoff return.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
saw
they
the
had
highlight of
just
that.
scored,
Like I said,
and
I
I
was
think-
coaching, missed a part of the game.
Yeah, I think Baylor got excited, and then we just took the wind out of their sails with that quick kickoff return.
Yeah.
We held Baylor on defense to 64 rushing yards. Now we did, the pass defense struggled to contain Robertson. The execution wise, and this is a biggie for me, is discipline. I think we've got some discipline to work out on the team.
Really?
I do. Discipline, tackling.
Yeah, I think y'all do.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Anthony, broken thumb's going to take surgery, so he'll be out of it. Austin, I don't think even if he could play this weekend, they're going to let him play.
He doesn't need to.
No
need
So
against Ball State.
Overall, Auburn's win in Waco was impressive, especially on the ground. And that's, I mean,
What do you give him? If you were a teacher, what's the grade?
To start the year,
Yeah.
I'd say a 98.
Okay, that's good. A plus.
Yeah, an A plus.
A plus from AK-47. That's good. All right, now I got to vent. I didn't vent enough Saturday night because I was. Oh, my wife is saying yes, I did. Yes, I'm one of those obnoxious Alabama fans that when you invite me to the game, you only invite me once. I never get invited back.
Y'all's text message thread.
I invited him to watch what me and the boys go through every game, and it's ridiculous. It's about 3,000 texts of almost every play.
Yeah, I think
It's almost play by.
I think somebody kicked me off because
You did. You were in, and then you got booted.
I got booted. I was making some Auburn comments.
He did.
I don't think-
We can't have any of that
we
mess. It's all Alabama. Anyway, all right, Saturday. The biggest thing that got me is the lack of discipline, the lack that they don't understand what a century and 30 years of tradition is about, what Alabama is about. And this is what a lot of people don't understand, is Alabama is bigger than Nick Saban.
Yes.
That's hard for people to grasp. It's bigger than Nick Saban. Now, he understood that, and he played in his role of that. But Alabama is bigger than Bear Bryant. It's bigger than Nick Saban. It's bigger than the bad seasons, the medium seasons, and the championships. And Kalen DeBoer does not fit that for me right now. He does not fit in that realm of where you should be as an Alabama coach. This falls into that kind of Mike Shula, let the kids do whatever they kind of want. The players coach. I heard players were up at 2 a.m. the night before the game. I don't know if that's true. It's all rumor. I don't know. But I've seen the TikToks the guys do in the locker room. Nick Saban would not have allowed that. So outside of the game Saturday, I think before we even came into it, this team is not understanding what Derrick Henry played for, what, Stedman Shealy played for in the 70s, what Leroy Jordan, rest in peace, Leroy Jordan, what he played for back in the 50s, 60s, all these other coaches, and why Bear Bryant came back to Alabama. That's what they got to get. So I said from the beginning, I told you this last week, I am not a Kalen DeBoer fan.
Right.
He
yeah.
did not help his case for my book at all Saturday. This is a very poorly prepared team. And I said this to my wife, what makes me even more mad is this is not a great Florida State team.
No.
They said, Florida State might win 11, 12 games. I see 8 games. I don't see them beating Clemson. I don't see them beating Miami. I don't see them beating Florida. I don't see them beating. So Alabama got beat by a not very good Florida State team. Now they're hungry, and I hope they go undefeated from here on. That makes Alabama's loss a little better. I just don't see it happening. I just see the talent that Florida State have, and it's good, not great. So that's what's even more depressing, was that you got beat by a not great team. They're hungry Saturday. Now, can they finish the season at Florida State? I don't know. Can Alabama rebound? Yes, of course they can. They've got enough talent to do that. Maybe this is the kick in the butt they needed, but Alabama will have to run the table to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, and it gets back to it. You said it, I've said it, the lack of discipline and some things that we've noticed, and the media made a big deal about it. It was an Alabama player in warm-ups with his cell phone in his hand, warming up. And granted, cell phones are a distraction, so what else is there that's from a distraction standpoint?
I just, and it's tough to go from one of the GOATs to the strictest but my whole thing with Kalen DeBoer, why not keep doing what Nick Saban was doing? Apparently it
Right.
works.
It's a
Why do you have
recipe.
to say, I'm not him, I'm going to do it my way? Well, if it's the GOAT, if I would have come in, I would have made Nick draw up my practice plan for me. What plays should we run? How do we block this? I'll be on the phone with him in between plays. That's exactly how I would coach. And again, it's a pride thing for Kalen DeBoer, and I hope he gets it figured out. I am a bigger Alabama fan than I dislike Kalen DeBoer because I want him to be successful. But I can also sit back like I would with my kids saying, I wouldn't do that. I'm going to let you do it. But I wouldn't do that because it's going to backfire on you, and this is exactly what's going to happen with him. I have to sit back because I love Alabama more than I dislike him, but I have to sit back and say, that's not the right choice.
What if Joey Freshwater's not ready to leave Ole Miss, and that's what between until
And it could
Kiffin
be.
gets ready to leave?
If he comes back, Alabama wins 8 to 9 games. I think they keep him another year. But
Yeah.
Alabama will not settle for 8-win seasons.
No.
Will not. So maybe, like I said, I've said this since when they hired Kalen DeBoer, the next coach is Lane Kiffin.
But here's the thing. That $70 million is a lot of money for a buyout right
Yes,
now.
it is. And on top of what you're going to have to buy out,
Whoever.
whoever.
Yeah.
and then the NIL money, you're looking at a $200 million investment. Now, does Alabama have it? No. Can they get it? Yes. I think there are enough of us stupid Alabama fans that'll drop $100, $1,000 to do what we got to do to get it there.
Roll Tide Willie says
Roll
yes.
Tide Willie will quit drinking for 4 hours and raise money.
That's right.
And we're gonna try to get him on the show. Should we do that? Should we get Roll Tide Willie on the show
Yeah. Bring him in the gravel parking lot barefooted.
with a Bud Light in his hand? Or no, he won't drink Bud Light. It's got to be Miller Lite.
Lite.
He'll drink Miller Lite. Anyway, all right. So that is my very quick and concise opinion on Alabama. They better get it together. I love you more than I dislike this season, Alabama. So I will always pull for Alabama, but I don't have to pull for the coach. So I'm not one of those. I'm not, I'm all in for everybody. Roll Tide. I want to flip and win national championships and SECs or get the heck out of my backyard and get somebody in that can do it. That's just me.
Roll Tide.
Just Jamie Curley, born on the Iron Bowl, 1969. My father disregarded me and went to the game. Been a lot of hostility since then.
Quiet thoughts.
Got some therapy to work out. Anyway, all right, that's the third inning. Right here, we're getting to the bottom of the third inning. Coming up next is Matt Coulter. We're going to get him on the phone here very quickly. We have the third inning. Eric McGuire in MLB report. Major League Baseball, again, getting fired up. It's September. It's playoff time. We're getting ready. Always get ready for October. That's the time even I will watch a little bit of baseball. So, Eric, take it away. Who's going to get in? Who's out? Who's looking like they're going to be playoff contenders? Who's going to win it all? Aaron Judge. Oh, my gosh, what a specimen of a human being. He is incredible. Anyway, so what we've got here is the third inning, and this is the Serving You Ministries. For over a decade, Serving You has demonstrated compassion and care in providing relief assistance to the families who are in need. With 2 greater Birmingham locations, Serving You partners with churches and civic organizations around the city of Birmingham to bring hope to those who need a hand from moving from crisis to thriving. I love that. From crisis to thriving. They do that. They don't just give people money. They find them jobs. They help them get a house. They make them pay for the house. They make them work for it. And that really builds that foundation that so many people didn't get at an early age for some reason. So Serving You Ministry, ServingYou.org. What a fantastic facility. John Gibby and Sean Cherry over there doing a super job for ServingYou.org. So now we're into the third inning. Serving You, Eric McGuire, Major League Baseball report. And we got Matt Coulter coming up next.
Everybody, it's Eric McGuire with Dixie Sports Plus. Major League Baseball. September. The last month.
Big Daddy.
Hey everybody, it's Eric McGuire with Dixie Sports Plus with your Major League Baseball report for the first week of September. The last month of the season, 22 games left for each team. It's coming down to those wild card races. There's a couple of good divisional races. AL East is pretty tight right now. About 2.5 games separate first place from third place out there. The National League West between the Dodgers and the Padres still pretty tight. Just a couple of games separate those two teams. All those teams are set up pretty good for good playoff runs right now. There are some wild card spots up for grabs though. The Seattle Mariners, once one of the hottest teams in baseball with a big dumper hitting home runs, they've been on the slide lately. They are on the wrong side of things in the last 10 games, just 4-6 over their last 10, and they are losing ground to a charging Texas Rangers team. The Rangers are one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. 8-2 over their last 10 games, and they're now just a game and a half behind the Mariners for that final wild card spot in the American League. So watch out for those Texas Rangers. Another thing to keep your eye on as we get into the final month of the season are strengths of schedules. Some of these teams in fighting for wild card spots have schedules set up to help them be successful. For example, the New York Yankees, so meaning that their schedule is pretty easy. They have really got things laid out to where they're going to have a good run.
Hello, Matt Coulter. Welcome to Dixie Sports Plus. This is your boy Jamie Curley. How you doing?
Jamie, congratulations on your new podcast. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me on. You doing all right?
I am doing great, and it is great to have Matt. Of course, this is a legend of Birmingham radio and TV. I was blessed a couple of years ago to get to work with Matt with 94.1 The River as we called the St. Clair County high school football games, and that was an honor just to get to be in the same booth with the Matt Coulter. People took my autograph just because they knew you, Matt, because I knew you.
I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, we had fun.
That's
and
awesome.
Look at those fighting Saints now.
How about T-Rob bringing the St. Clair
T-Rob.
Fighting Caints to the Saints, from the Aints to the Saints?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're
Yeah.
ranked 10th in the state right now. And, you know, I didn't know if you knew, Matt, I'm coaching at Springville now. I got back into football.
Big rivalry.
Well, I knew last time I think I worked with you, you were track and field at Trustful. Is that right?
Yes, I retired for 2 whole days. From track and field, and then Chris Metcalf called me and said, "Hey, I heard you're retired. You want to do football?" So I am out at Springville. So I will see you when the Springville comes out there to St. Clair County to see you guys play. That's going to be a heck of a ball game. Springville struggling, but hopefully we got a good game tomorrow night versus Leeds, which we better have a good game against Leeds. They're pretty strong.
They're always good. Coach Hood does such a great job.
He really does. I've known Jerry for a long time. We basically got started
Yeah, me
together back
too.
in the 90s. So anyway,
Good
Matt,
man.
tell us a little bit about what you're doing now. Brag on yourself a little bit, and then I've got one question for you.
I'm very fortunate. You know, I tried to kind of halfway retire a few years ago. I didn't like it.
Me neither.
This is obviously, I think I lasted a little longer than 2 days, Jamie. But I've just been broadcasting. I know this sounds almost 14. My parents had to drive me to work. So
Wow.
you just don't, it's in my blood. It's in my DNA.
Wow.
So I think you'll have to pry that microphone out of my hands. But to answer your question, I do pre games and post games for local Alabama radio over in Tuscaloosa on game days. And let me tell you, the post game show this past Saturday was not a lot of fun.
I bet.
Then I still do Talladega. Love doing that. You know,
There you
that's what
go.
got me 35 years at Talladega. That's what got me
Wow.
to Talladega Nights.
Oh, that's
And,
right. He's a
I'm
movie star.
doing,
Oh, wow. That's kind of
yeah,
cool.
well, I don't know
We're
about
talking with
movie star.
excellence, Alan.
That's right. That's
I
right.
had a small role, but it is significant because I kid people. I say, hey, if I don't have my scene and explain everything in the very end of the movie, then it doesn't make sense. It's really not true. But
That's
and
right.
now I've started doing some work for Jefferson County. They've got their own little television network for the county schools. And
Do
so
they?
I'm doing their broadcasts on Friday nights
Huh.
with my old pal Scott Griffin. So
Oh,
I'm
Scott.
staying busy.
Oh, wow.
Most
Okay.
recent, I've got this podcast called Good Company with Rick
Yep.
Carley and Lars Anderson. And that's something that's on all social media platforms from X to Facebook to Apple. I mean, you just type in Good Company Podcast Episode 1 and you'll see our first one with James Spann. And I'm getting ready. One of my all-time favorite Alabama players, Kurt Jarvis. Remember Kurt?
Oh, Kurt Jarvis,
Legend from
yes.
Gardendale?
I remember.
Do
He
you
had
know-
that neck collar. I remember Kurt Jarvis, yes.
Yeah, he would have played a little bit longer had he not gotten hurt at
Yes.
Tampa. But
Yeah.
do you know what he does now?
Kurt Jarvis, I have no idea.
He flies jumbo jets internationally for Delta.
Get
Oh,
out
wow.
of here.
That's pretty cool.
That's a big glass
Can
of
you
water
imagine
sitting in
that
that
guy
seat.
walk through the door of the airplane
Wow.
going, hey, I'm your captain, Kurt Jarvis, with that old great country drawl he had?
Yes.
But,
that
the
plane
kind of
will not
story
be
to do.
hijacked. I promise you. That plane will not be hijacked.
No, I imagine everybody, all the passengers, they're quite well behaved.
Yes, I
Hey,
know.
quickly, tell me about your podcast. What are y'all doing?
Okay, well, this is a live Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Okay.
It's a video. We turn it into a podcast. I'm trying to get that figured out to be an audio podcast, but it's just something in my retirement as I was sitting around. I couldn't stand it by about 9 a.m. I couldn't stand sitting at that house by myself, so I had to start thinking of some stuff to do. So I have a good friend of mine. She's actually producing the show that's been in radio. So we've got a little show together, started back in October, and I've been fortunate to do some football with Adam Stock and them at 94.1 The River. So I just wanted to do something, just a sports show. It's called Dixie Sports Plus. We're just having fun talking to guys who know very little about anything. But we just want to get up here and talk.
That's
and
right.
I wanted to get my sons involved, so they do little reports, like an NFL report and a
Cool.
basketball report, and they kind of come and go on part of this show. So we're just up here having fun. We do a live show here at Steel Hall Brewery in Trussville, and just kind of something I was going to do it all
Cool.
by myself, and then I realized this got pretty big, and then I bumped into Alan Kinnemer. He's an old friend and lives here in Trussville.
Do it.
He didn't even hesitate.
If I'd have known you guys were at a brewery, I would have made a personal appearance.
We would let you sit right here, and I'll buy you a cold one, Matt. So next time you come on by here, we're
That's
here
right.
every
Well,
Thursday.
Okay. Hey, I'll do that in the future.
Come
I
on.
like trying out all these new craft beers. And
Oh
stuff,
yeah, he's
so
got some good ones
I'll
here.
take
So
you up
yeah,
on it.
Thursdays 4 p.m. Every Thursday we go forward till about 5 or 5:30 when we finish the show.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
anyway, so again, it's been great. I've got one final question to ask you. We had Rick Carly on
Sure.
last week.
Yeah.
Rick did a super job. I asked him the same question, and it's what's your favorite sports moment that you've been involved with in your long, illustrious career since you were 14 years old? My gosh, that was 80
Gotta
years
have a
ago.
good
That
one.
was 80 years ago, Matt.
Well, sometimes it seems like it. Man, I got to ask this question back first. How many answers did Carly give you? Because I don't know if I could just give you one.
That was kind of him. He was
Yeah.
kind of that same way.
Yeah, he basically
Uh,
gave second 26 to Devontae, and then kick 6 with Chris Davis.
Yeah.
That was his 2.
Yep.
One of mine, unfortunately, it was so impactful is that I was one of the first reporters as we took Sky 13 to Druid City Hospital when Coach Bryant died.
Oh wow!
That was probably the most memorable. But my favorite may have been the 1993 Sugar Bowl when Alabama
Oh,
just
yeah.
took Miami to the woodshed because we'd been down there all.
I
And
know
we
they were
remember
awful.
the media. We're trying to be unbiased, but they were running their filthy mouths all week.
Yes,
And when Alabama slugged them in the mouth and kept going,
I was
that
at that
was
game.
favorite.
I was up in the end zone, baby.
Yeah.
I was in the third tier. I was about 6 miles away from the field, but I was in the Superdome, and it was
They
a
had,
fantastic.
they had to add seats out of where the fans, the bleachers, if you would,
Wow.
just to make room for the media. It was fabulous. And then I'll say this too, as I mentioned Talladega, going to Victory Lane with Bobby and Neil and
Oh,
Davey,
wow.
and then I was there for Dale Earnhardt junior and seniors victories, and
Wow.
those were always special because that track is it's special to our state, and particularly that part of our state. So
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that was
those
big.
those are the 3 or 4 that immediately popped to mind. So hey,
Well,
let me say something in
come on.
closing to the listeners.
Come on.
Jamie holds one of the vocations that's very near and dear to my heart, and I hope it is everybody else's. But, man, he takes care of our youth, and he does such a fine job. And what an admirable position. And speaking of how long you've been doing something, how long you've been teaching and coaching?
I taught for 30 years and have been coaching. I think this is your 36 or 37, somewhere in there.
That's just
Wow.
outstanding. And thank you so much
Well,
from the bottom of my heart for what you do for the youth of Alabama. I appreciate it.
You're
And
welcome. You're
I
welcome.
wish you much success in your show, and hello to everybody behind the curtain and on the air. And I'll come back anytime you want me, Jamie. You know that.
Absolutely. Well, you come here and have a cold one with us when you get here. We'll,
I'll do
uh,
it, man.
we'll- Steel
You
Hall
won't have
Brewery.
to ask me twice.
We'll
Thank
pull you up
Jamie.
a chair.
Yeah, you come on.
Okay, thank you.
Great
sir.
talking to you. This is Matt Coulter again. Check his podcast out.
Company.
Good Company with Rick
And
Carly.
just,
Yeah.
just type it in on one of your
There you
search
go.
bars, and just
That's
type
right.
in episode 1. You'll get James Spann, and then we've
There you
already put in the can. We've put several, so
Good
Yeah.
deal.
they're locked and loaded, and they'll be coming
Ooh.
to your podcast, your whatever
Good.
your streaming service really soon. Thank you again, Jamie.
You're very welcome, Matt. Good to talk to you. Go Saints, and we will see you at the Springville St. Clair County game. I got to pull for the Tigers, but I'll come up there and say hey to you.
Well, I guess I need to footnote this. We didn't pick up St. Clair County
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Uh-oh. Still on there?
the year they may go all the way, and we're not doing it. So I'm very, very disappointed. But I'll see you some other place.
Gotcha.
Our paths cross down the road. See you,
You sure
Jamie.
will.
Thank
Talk to you
Coach.
later, Matt. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
All right, Matt Coulter there again, legend, icon. I had no idea he'd been doing it that long, and I forgot that he was there when Bear Bryant died. That was 1981, I believe. Tragic moment for me because I wanted to play for the Bear.
Yeah.
And then he died, so that didn't happen. So anyway, all right, that is the end of the no. That is halfway through the fourth inning. So now we have the Nick Fenton National Hockey League report. F3 Men's Workout. Unlock your potential with a free peer-led men's-only workout group in your area. Go to f3nation.com to find a group of men near you. Fitness, fellowship, and faith. F3, again, vital part of that. It's a huge part of my life. Every day, every morning, I enjoy it. It wears me slap out, and I come home, and my wife's always, how was the workout? I'm like, sweaty every time.
It wears me out when I see y'all walk by, and I'm sitting on my front porch with a coffee in my hand.
Does it wear you out watching us?
It does. I'm like, man, them guys are getting after. I need a nap.
Every morning, F3, f3nation.com. Find a group near you, all across the nation. Find you that. So we are moving on here to the fourth inning Nick Fenton NHL F3 Men's Hockey Report. Hockey.
Hey there, Dixie Sports Plus. Welcome back to another edition of the Hockey Report. Just like last time, I am your host of this segment, Nick Fenton, and let's get into it because we got some interesting topics to go over. Starting off with the Penn State Nittany Lions announcing that they will be playing an outdoor game this upcoming season in Beaver Stadium. They're taking their hockey team, throwing it on their football field. This will be a game against the Michigan State Spartans. And it kind of makes sense for Penn State. This offseason, it was announced that Gavin McKenna, who is widely considered the number one prospect going, he committed to play at Penn State, leaving the major junior system, which is kind of a big step because it's showing a swing towards NCAA. Could be coming. I don't believe there has ever been an outdoor college game. But for Penn State, like I said, it kind of makes sense because Gavin McKenna will probably likely only have the one season at Penn State, and they want to kind of capitalize on that marketing with him. We're going to switch it up because I have some PWHL news, Professional Women's Hockey League. Raise your hand if you knew that we had professional women's hockey in North America. Now put your hand down because you're probably lying. But the PWHL did announce 2 expansion teams. They're moving out west, bringing in a team to Vancouver, British Columbia, and Seattle, Washington. The big name player for the yet-to-be-named Vancouver team is Canadian national team superstar and former Toronto Scepters player Sarah Nurse. And on the Seattle side of the border, it is U.S. women's legend, current legend, she's still playing, and the former captain of the Boston Fleet, Hillary Knight. So they are the 2 stalwarts on the expansion team, so it's going to be fun to see how they do this season in new environments. Lastly, we're about 2.5 weeks away from the opening of training camp, so we'll see all these veterans getting professional tryouts, seeing if they're going to make the teams out of camp. We're going to see how some of these rookies are looking playing against full-grown men and not teenagers. And we are 33 days away from the beginning of the NHL regular season, where my reports will really start to pick up once everything starts happening. But until then, I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Are we back? I think we're live again.
Yep. There we go.
All right.
All right. We're back. Dixie Sports Plus with the music jamming. There you go.
5th inning. I can't hear that.
You couldn't hear that?
No, I couldn't hear that.
You couldn't hear the music at all?
No, when you just said music, no.
Oh, I could hear it. I hope everybody else could. That's our kind of intro in between music.
That's right.
Okay, good. We're in the 5th inning here. We are live at Steel Hall Brewery. Come on down. We're getting ready for trivia. I'll go ahead and throw this out again because we're going to have a drawing here in a little bit. The owner, Eric's going to talk for a little bit, and he's going to make a drawing to give away a Steel Hall towel, and we have another gift of a $50 gift card to Walk-Ons. That's worth yes, thank you. That's worth coming down here, buying you something to drink, And you hit it again. There you go. Thank you. Lots of clapping. I would clap too for $50 and a Steel Hall towel. You need to get down here, Steel Hall Brewing. Come on,
That's
you got
right.
time. We're going to hold on to the very
See
end
us.
before we do a drawing. You have to answer the trivia question, which is what SEC school has the most SEC championships amongst all the sports?
All sports, not
If
just
you
football.
add them all up, football, basketball, swimming, golf,
Equestrian,
equestrian. Auburn has a few there. They're very equestrious.
gymnastics,
Well, Alabama's got one or two.
and
Equestrious. I like that word.
and
Equestrious.
and fishing.
They do, yes. Fishing. Is it an official NCAA?
I don't think it's an
I think it's
official.
club.
Yeah, I think it's a club.
I think it's
kinda-
club.
You know, Trustville's got a club team.
We do.
as well.
Springville has one. I know a lot of the schools out, I know St. Clair County's got fishing, high school fishing. So anyway, fifth inning again. Can you answer that question? Which SEC school has the most SEC championships combined amongst all sports? Come down here, got a piece of paper, put your name on, answer the question, put it in a bucket, and we will draw.
Can I give a hint? It's
No.
not Florida State.
It is not Florida State. And
Oh,
despite what Dan Gargas thinks, it's not Swanee.
It's funny.
I don't even know if they have any SEC championships. Maybe back in 1909. I don't know. Anyway, so fifth inning, we're back here with the fifth inning. We're getting into the fifth inning, which is Maple Avenue Coffee House. Why don't you tell us a little bit about our new sponsor from last week for the fifth?
Avenue Coffee House, our local coffee house on Maple Avenue here in Trustville. And the great thing about them is when you go in there and you buy a coffee and you buy a bagel or a pastry or whatever, you're supporting two local businesses because they get all their bagels, breads, and pastries from Cahaba Bread and Bagel, which is just down the road here in Trustville. So, and they're open Tuesday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And right now they've got those, I say dreaded. A lot of the ladies like them. The pumpkin spice.
If I had a third thumb, I would put it down also. I am not a pumpkin person.
I'm a black coffee or a white chocolate mocha.
No, I
know
don't
you
even
like
want
that.
white chocolate mocha. Coffee, 1 cream, 1 sugar, boom, done. Now, my wife likes pumpkin stuff. When it's cold, when it gets cool, she likes the pumpkin-y. I'm not a pumpkin person.
Yeah. Well,
like-
they've got a whole array. So get down there and get down there.
Get down to Maple Avenue
right.
Coffee House. Find you a good coffee. They got all kinds of good stuff down there. All right, so that is the fifth inning with that. Now, what we're going to get to here is our top five. We do a top five every week of something, and I kind of randomly pick. Sometimes he'll pick, and what I've got is the top 5 all-time SEC football teams. Now, again, and it's tough because there were some great ones in the 30s and the 40s. You got LSU 1939, fantastic team. You've got an Ole Miss team back in the 60s that was fantastic. So I've kind of gone a little bit more recently, things that have been part of my life. So this is my top 5, and you can agree or disagree. Most of us will probably have 2 or 3 in here. That is the top 5 all-time SEC football teams. All right, my first one is the 1961 Alabama National Championship team. And I say that because I'm biased and it's my show, and I'll put 5 Alabama teams in there if I want to. But 1961, Alabama gave up 25 points the whole season.
The whole season.
That was Leroy Jordan in that group, 1961. Undefeated by far. Their closest game, I think, was 21-6.
Dang.
So the 1961 Alabama team was the most dominant performance of probably all time ever, on top of winning the SEC and Sugar Bowl.
Leroy Jordan?
I think so. If he was 61, I can't remember if he was part of that team.
Is he related to Suge Jordan?
No,
Oh.
no, I don't think so. Anyway, 1961,
throwing
that's my
Auburn in
number
there.
5. 25
Wow.
points given up on defense. Offense rolled 30 points a game. So 1961 Alabama, that's my 5th best team. 4th best team, and I've debated on this one. It could be 3rd, it could be 2nd. It's the 2010 Auburn with Cam Newton. Again, not only a fantastic offensive team, defensively with Nick Farley.
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 So anyway, a fantastic defensive team. That's what really kept Auburn in for the national championship,
Yeah.
was the superior defense, because Cam Newton got better every week, but the first 5 or 6 games, they were still figuring him
Yeah,
out.
they were.
And so 2010, it took them about 6 games to realize what they had to work with. And then Gus Malzahn very quickly adjusted that offense to put that ball in his hands as much as possible. And then defense did the rest.
And where's Gus Malzahn these days? The Gus Buzz rolls on.
Yes. So, and he will do well in that role. I
Yeah,
think he will do well.
That's
So,
that's
anyway.
what he needs to stick with.
I think so. Him being, and he may end up in the NFL. I don't think he can ever do NFL with that kind of run-based offense. But anyway, so the number 4 team of all time, 2010 Auburn. Number 3 team is the 2008 Florida Gators with Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable team by far. They were just ridiculous. They ended up beating Alabama in the SEC championship. It was a great game. Alabama was number 1, Florida number 2, both undefeated. Tim Tebow did a fantastic job. They were almost, and the fact that Alabama had the lead going into the fourth quarter was one of the few close games Florida had that year. I want to meet 2 people before I die. Toby Mack, who's a Christian artist,
Yep.
and Tim Tebow.
Okay.
So, guys, if you're listening, y'all are Southern. You're here. Tebow, you're somewhere here in the South. Toby Mack, you're in Nashville. If you're watching, if one of our millions of viewers,
That's right.
Toby Mack and Tebow. 1, I want you on the show. 2, I just want to meet you. That's the 2 I want to meet. I don't care about presidents. I don't care about any of that. I want to meet Toby Mack and Tim Tebow.
Well, Tebow's pretty successful in what he
Guy. I mean, just a
Incredible.
fantastic guy. So, my number 3 all-time SEC team, 2008 Florida Gators.
Wait,
Yes.
let me throw this out there. And he was homeschooled.
Oh, yes, he was.
Yep.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are like, homeschool kids, they're weird.
Yeah,
And that
well,
joker, he went off to college and just
and he
killed it.
almost came to Alabama.
Well,
Almost came to
wised
Alabama.
up.
Yes, he did. Now, that would have saved Mike Shula.
Oh,
And that would have put, you got to think if Tim Tebow comes to Alabama, they would have been good, probably not great, and we never would have got Nick Saban. So it's weird.
we
Be
still
careful
have
what you wish
Shula
for.
Steakhouse.
We still have Shula Steakhouse. Yeah, he can keep his steakhouse. All right, that was number 3. Number 2 team of all time, and you're going to be surprised. I'm not a bammer on this. The number 2 team of all time is the 2020 Alabama team that went 13-0. The only team ever in SEC history to win 11 SEC games. Nobody's ever done that because it was an all SEC conference because of COVID scam and all that biz. We'll talk about that some other time. But the 2020 Alabama team, a pretty good team.
Yeah, they were. They were a
pretty
good team. For Auburn fan, I'll tell you, that was
They were a pretty good team.
impressive
It would have
team.
been a great game to see that team play the 2010 Auburn team. That
Yeah.
would have been a fantastic game. Great offense, first great offense, great defense, first great defense. That would have been good. But my number 1 team of all time, and I hate to do this,
Here we go, Alabama.
it's the 2019 LSU.
Oh,
2019 LSU, Joe Burrow, Jefferson.
Whoa. Yeah.
I would
There you
have
go.
to say they would beat the 2020 Alabama team in quadruple overtime, 42-44.
Yeah, that was a heck of a team.
That
a
was
heck
an
of a
unbelievable
season.
team
Yeah.
for Bourgeois.
Bonjour.
Bourgeois, good tiger.
Go Tiger.
I've never seen a guy go from so high to so low in a season. He was national champion, and they were ready to run him out the next year.
And he was chewing on marbles every time he talked.
Yeah. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Anyway, so my number 1 team. Number 5, 1961 Bama team. Number 4, 2010 Auburn. Number 3, 2008 Florida, Tim Tebow. My second favorite team, and a very close second, was the 2020 Alabama team. And then the number 1 overall SEC team, 2019 LSU, Joe Burrow and company. So that will bring us to halfway through the 5th inning. And now it is time for our Maple Avenue Coffee House Holden Keel Golf Report. So let's go on something always happening in golf.
Yep.
I don't care when it is. It's kind of a dead season now, but they're about to pick it up, and Holden is all about it. So here is our golf report from Holden Keel. Take it, Holden.
What's up, everybody? Holden Keel again for another Dixie Plus Sports Golf Report. What's up, everybody? Holden Keel again for another Dixie Plus Sports Golf Report. Super excited to be here. We're just going to dive right in. The European captain, Luke Donald, announced his captain's picks, and so therefore the Ryder Cup is officially set. You've got the 12 Europeans, and those are Ludwig Oberg, Matt Fitzpatrick, Tommy Fleetwood, who won a couple weeks ago, Tyrrell Hatton, fiery Englishman, Remus Højgaard, Victor Hovland, Shane Lowry, Robert Bobby McIntyre, Roy McIlroy, John Rahm from LIV, Justin Rose, and Sepp Straka. Honestly, really excited for this matchup. The teams are fairly balanced. I still think the U.S. is going to pull it out. A little bit of a homer, I guess you could say. But super excited. Just under 3 weeks from today will be the Ryder Cup. Just getting ready for that in Bethpage. So hopefully you guys are all having a good week, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right, we are back. It is now the 6th inning. Again, it's a 9-inning game. We're here to our 6th inning. And again, it is trivia time. And we're going to get Eric over here in a little bit to answer our main question. Again, we don't have hardly, there's like 2 people who put stuff in here.
Yep.
So the first week we had like 20 people here. I don't know where everybody is, but we got to have more folks here. Maybe we need to start adjusting when we're going to do this. We'll talk about that. Dixie Sports Plus is fluid. We can figure a few things out of what's going to be best. Again, when's the best time to watch, when's the best time to come down here. But our trivia question, our main question that we will answer and give stuff away in a little bit is what SEC school has the most SEC championships total amongst all sports? What's your, if you could guess, I'm not going to tell you whether you're right or wrong. It is an SEC school. It's an original SEC, so it's not Tulane. It's not Georgia Tech. It's not Swanee. It's one of the originals. It's one of the OGs in the SEC. Who do you think?
Tennessee.
That's a great guess, but I don't know if you're right. We'll have to see.
We'll find
out. Is
out.
it Tennessee? What do you think? If you're watching Alan, if you're on his Facebook page, go pipe in. Let's see if we can get some answers here. If you're on my Facebook page, you can go ahead and do it. If you're on my Facebook page, who do you think is the SEC team, the SEC school with the most SEC champions combined from the beginning of when they got there up until 2025? Who has the most SEC? So I've got a couple of other questions to see if you can answer.
Oh, boy.
All right, so here, let me get to them. All right. We all know, if you haven't learned or heard, Alabama lost Saturday. I don't know if you knew that.
Did they?
They lost.
By a lot? Or just
They lost. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're
the
playing
fact that
Ohio
they
State
lost.
or we're playing Alabama State. I don't care. We lost. So we lost the game. Alabama lost. Now, that doesn't happen a lot.
It doesn't.
It does not happen a lot. Alabama, as far as I could look up and see, has only lost 9 overall opening games in its illustrious football career.
Well, you better put your seatbelt on and pull your big boy pants on this year.
We need to start playing other teams first. Anyway, and this is even with Nick Saban. As Nick Saban, out of his 18 or 19 years there, I think 12 years, they played top 20 teams opening game. Alabama has played not just a lot of slouchy teams. They've played Michigan. They've played some very good teams opening game.
But how do you
Didn't get there. So, again, did not work out. So here is some of our trivia question. When was the last time Alabama lost its opening game? And they talked about this. When was the last time Alabama lost its opening game?
Was it 03?
No.
That'd be my guess. 03.
Not, you're close, but no. Uh-oh. You got a phone call. All right. Nope, not 03. Anybody out there want to take a guess? When was the last time Alabama lost its opening game? You're close. 2001.
Oh,
2001. You have any idea who it was to?
It was not Auburn.
It was not.
Was it to
Out west, way out west.
UCLA?
Yes, it was.
Hey!
UCLA beat Alabama in 2001. And then before that, when was the last time Alabama lost their opening game?
I don't know. I don't keep up with that.
2025 lost. It's been 24 years since they lost their opening game. So 2001, and then
90s. Had to be in the 90s.
nope. The next one was the year before against UCLA. Whoa. We lost 2 opening in a row to UCLA.
So y'all took your ball and went home.
I know.
with
We
UCLA.
lost at home versus UCLA, and we lost out in Los Angeles. So 01 and 0.
Well, you didn't go back to UCLA. You pushed them off the schedule.
Sorry.
We're
And
not
then
playing
before
them
that, okay, just since it's trivia time, Alabama lost 20. The first year coach at Alabama,
Who was after Barry Bryant?
Ray Perkins. He won.
Ray Perkins. After Ray Perkins.
Bill Curry. He won.
After Bill Curry. Oh, okay.
It was after him.
Was it Shula?
I was there. Nope. I was at this game. Played Mississippi State. No,
Franchoni.
no. I was not at this game. I was at this game. It was not Mississippi State. It was Southern Mississippi.
Franchoni?
Nope.
I would have guessed.
To Brett Favre and their
Okay.
Southern Miss Eagles.
Now that makes sense.
I was at that game, and I might have said a cuss word or 10. I didn't know who Brett Favre was. I didn't care who Brett Favre was. We don't lose to Southern Mississippi. And he was a stud. He was a stud that game by far. So we lost to Brett Favre, Southern Mississippi.
Yeah.
And it was Gene Stallings. He lost his first 3 games
But he pulled it
as
together.
head coach. He did. They ended up 7-5 that season, which wasn't a great season. Florida, and then the 3rd season won national championship.
But let me ask you this as an Alabama fan. Would you say Gene Stallings goes down in Alabama's books because of the way he coached or the man he was?
both. I would
Okay.
say both.
Okay.
I would say both. The man he was, he played for Bear at Texas A&M.
Yep.
And had that Bear Bryant mentality that
Okay.
that Perkins didn't have and Bill Curry didn't necessarily have, because Bill
Yeah.
Curry was actually a very good coach. He just couldn't beat Auburn. That was in that streak where they lost to Auburn 4 or 5 in a row, and they boomed him. And so Gene Stallings comes in, and of course beats Auburn his first year, and got a little streak against Auburn there going, and then won national championship, and then was a game away in 2 other times. So great coach, won national championship, could have been at least 2, but anyway, so that was the last time. And the other one before that was 1975.
Wow.
Alabama. Bear Bryant was the only opening game he ever lost, was to Missouri in 1975.
Can you imagine the locker room?
Ooh.
Whew.
Yes,
That's
Bear
scary.
and Bear Bryant, as nice as he was, I heard
He'd
he
get you.
could cuss.
He'd
I
get up.
heard he could get up. Uh-oh. Marty Caldwell is calling in. It's actually pretty good timing, Marty. Let's go ahead and go with Marty. Hold on.
Yes.
He's
please-
actually calling. Sorry about that.
please
Hold on.
answer
Marty, you with us?
that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to change up since you called right now, even though I said I was going to text you. Thanks for paying attention, Marty.
Oh, you said that?
Yes, I did say that, Marty.
I'm sorry.
That's
I've been
okay.
I've been driving trying to get here, so
Are you coming in here?
no.
Oh, okay.
I drove to the DPA so I could have a place to stop.
Gotcha. That's what Marty's doing.
Yeah.
I know
The
Marty.
old people time.
He goes by the
Yeah.
dollar menu at McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Exactly.
well, what we've got here, we're going to hold up. So JB, my son does the bets of the week. We're going to hold that off in a second. Is that okay, Therese?
No, I can call back later.
What do we need to do, Therese? Okay. Okay. Marty, hold on a second.
Okay, you put me on hold,
Is that it? Marty, that was your intro. Do you like it? Could you hear that?
that's fine. That was terrible.
What? You have just got the death stare by Therese.
Oh.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you couldn't hear it. That's fine. You better play this low, Marty, because she's gonna get mad at
Okay.
me, and I got to deal with it. I know you're about to get canceled, Marty. She's gonna put
You're
you
about to get
upside down
canceled.
again. You're gonna do your show upside
That's
down.
fine. Upside down?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So what we've got here, we're going to change gears a little bit. JB, hold on. He's got bets of the week. We're going to do that in a second. We're going to put in Marty Caldwell for his actually 7th inning. This is the John McClenny general contractor, 7th inning. John McClenny. Again, let me say this real quickly. John, 3rd generation company for business for 75 years, 205-807-2498. John's a great friend of mine. Again, all these sponsors are people that I do business with. So John McClenny, one of my dearest friends, he's put a driveway in on my stuff, helped put in a room downstairs for me, going to do some more concrete work for me. Hopefully whenever we can make enough money on the show for me to afford a concrete work. But this is the John McClenny 7th inning fantasy football report. We have Marty Caldwell live on the phone. Had a little trouble with the video getting it in. So Marty, talk to us. This is the night. Fantasy football begins tonight with the Eagles and the Cowgirls. They're playing. And tell us, what is your advice now that the teams are made? You've got to have your team, I guess, by now probably. So what is your advice for the guru of fantasy football in the United States of America? Tell us.
So you don't have the video that I did, or you do?
Do we have the video? No. Brandy texted me. His wife texted me, and I thought I gave her the link. So apparently we don't have the video. So we're just going to go without it, Marty. So talk to us live. What do you think?
All right. So basically, your strategy for your season games is you want to start your studs. That's the number one rule for this week. Start your best players. Don't worry about matchups. Play your best players.
Okay.
The second thing that you want to make sure that you do is you want to back up your best players. So if you have a player that's a stud, you want to make sure you have the backup on your team. If you can't get the backup, you might want to get the 3rd running back or the 4th receiver on your team that's backing up your stud, just so you have that player on your team in case somebody gets hurt. The next thing you want to do is Thursday night ball games. You do not want any of the players playing on Thursday night in your flex positions. Take those players and put them as a running back, receiver, or tight end. Don't play them in the flex position. You want to keep that spot open in case you have somebody get hurt over the weekend before the game start on Sunday.
Gotcha.
This week is probably the most important week as far as waiver wires go. So as soon as those ball games are over on Monday, the waiver wires open up Tuesday,
usually Tuesday morning, which is actually Wednesday morning around 2 a.m. You want to make sure that you're looking at the waiver wire, find the players that are getting the max touches, the ones that are getting the most targets, the most carries, the ones that are getting the goal line carries. Those are the ones you want to add to your team. And so, but the most important thing you're going to do is start your studs. That's the most important thing you're going to do today is start your studs.
Start your studs. That's a great
quote. Not many of those on your fantasy team. I saw that. So sorry.
That's because I didn't choose it.
you did an auto draft, and I was picking before you, so I made sure that you got the worst player of the two I was looking
That's okay.
for.
Man, it's going to be
Marty.
Rudy.
Let me tell you something. Marty will cheat at cards versus his mother.
It's going to be a Rudy type season for me.
Rudy, he is the underdog. Alan is the underdog in our DSP. We had 12 guys just with the DSP family. So again, Marty, thank you for setting that up. And again, start your studs. Be careful on the Thursday night flex player.
Flex players, that's
Do
right.
not let them play on Thursday night. That's good advice right there.
No,
And,
they can play. Just don't put them in the flex position.
Yeah, don't have them at the flex. Let them be at their running back or receiver position. So you guys paying attention out there. If you're a fantasy guru, again, get that done. And you want to win. Even if you win by 1/10 of a point, a W is a W. So get those wins in.
That is 100%.
Exactly.
And so Thursday night, a lot of people play daily fantasy. They have a DraftKings account, and they like to play that one little lineup for tonight. So I like to play at DraftKings, and I like to play the single entry. So that means that there's probably 3,000 lineups in there, but there's only one lineup that I'm competing against. I'm not competing against somebody who has the same lineup in there 10 times.
Okay.
So
I haven't
anyway,
done
so
that
this
one
is
yet.
this is for a single entry lineup. And to understand, I'm not trying to have the same lineup as 15 people. I'm trying to have the best lineup, or my lineup doesn't match anybody else's, so that I win the most money.
Gotcha.
For $1.
For
So,
$1. Okay.
so my lineup for tonight is my captain is going to be Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
And so then my flex positions are Jake Elliott,
Yep.
A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley.
Oh, yeah.
And those are my Eagles players. And then I'm have two Cowboy players. I'm doing having Brandon Aubrey, the kicker for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is, let's see here, Turpin. Trying to remember his first name. Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway, he plays receiver and Kayvon. That's it. Cavante Turpin. That's it.
Okay. You say so.
Anyway, he is a returner and also a wide receiver. So he gets that extra touch on those punt returns and kickoffs where he could return one for a touchdown.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going with for tonight.
Well, that sounds good. And I know that you will do, but the good thing is in our league, the winner, and it depends on if I kick Marty out or not, but if the winner wins, you get dinner for two at your choice of a very nice restaurant in your area.
So in Springville, that is the chopping block?
It's not even open anymore.
Oh, it's not the chopping block
It's
anymore.
Farmhouse.
It's either farmhouse.
Farmhouse is good.
or the-
Farmhouse.
Yes,
Or the
yes, yes.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
prefer the farmhouse.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
as far as
you
just
and
paying for my
Brandy,
meal.
you and Brandy may get a nice meal. So I'm paid. Dixie Sports Plus is paying for it. So Treese, if you win,
Yeah.
you and Jeff, if you win, you can take.
If I
whoever
win, I'm
you
going to
want.
let
You can take
everybody
me.
know.
Yeah. So Alan wins, we're in trouble, Marty. You stink if Alan wins.
Yes.
All right,
If you
thank
win, then we're doing auto draft next year for sure.
for everybody. All right, Marty, thank you. We will, I guess I'll
All
see
right.
you tomorrow and go Tigers for Springville.
That's
We're going
right.
2 leads. Brady Cole will have
Yep.
our high school report coming up in a little bit. Marty, thank you. And again, no Thursday night flex. Make sure you put them back in
That's
their
right.
running back receiver. All right, good news and good
Yep.
advice. Thanks, man. Talk to you tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
All right,
See
bye.
you. Bye.
All right, there we go. That was Marty Caldwell with the Fantasy Football Report.
Sorry,
JB, hold
dog.
on.
I didn't know y'all had done that to me.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I don't.
Uh-huh.
Again, I told you Marty will cheat.
I was putting up
Marty will
sheetrock
cheat to
yesterday.
win. Marty will cheat to win. We go way back, and he knows I'll cheat to win. I will push him over.
Who put me behind him?
I did that. He did probably.
Uh-huh.
He probably did. You ever seen the old two guys, the Auburn and Alabama guys? They're old, and the Alabama guy likes Knox, the Auburn
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
That's going to be me and Marty. If
Okay.
we're ever in the nursing home together and they call for food, I'm knocking him over to get to the food.
to get to the
And he will knock me over. He's not near as nice as he acts. So anyway, we're moving on to the semi-sixth, semi-seventh inning, and we're going to do very quickly here our bottom five. Okay, we've had our top five. This is the bottom five of this week. You say yours very quickly.
Yeah. So my bottom, I really just got bottom three.
Okay.
And there's a couple of reasons for that, but my bottom one, don't hate, but it's going to be Alabama.
I don't blame you.
Number 2 is going to be Kentucky.
Yeah.
And number 3 is going to be Texas A&M.
Really?
I was not impressed with them.
Yeah, a lot of folks picked them that they could be in that top tier, and I just didn't buy that.
No.
I didn't buy that.
I think I
acreage.
was one of them.
Oh, really?
And after seeing them play,
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Not where they need to be. Maybe they'll
No.
get better, but not where they need to be. Okay, mine's very simple. I'll go in Stephen A. Smith here.
Come on.
Have you ever seen this years
Yeah.
ago when he talked about what are the 5 best teams in Alabama, best teams in the NCAA? He said number 5, Alabama. Number 4, Alabama. Okay, so now my 5th worst is Alabama. 4th worst, Alabama running game. It's worst. The 3rd worst of this week, the Alabama offensive line, not good. The 2nd worst of this week, the Alabama defense, not good. And the worst of the week
do better.
was the Alabama coaching staff. Ouch. Yes, I said it. It's my show. I'll say what I want. And the Alabama coaching staff, very disappointed. And I hope that you're mad at me and you do something about it. Fix it. You make $10 million a year. I made about $2,000 a year from my first year coaching. That was it. $2,000. I think that was my supplement was $2,000.
I did some assistant
Yes.
softball coach one year with Gibby.
Oh, did you?
And
That's right. I forgot about that.
2,500.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to write a letter.
In 1992, I made $2,000 to
I-
coach football.
Coach Riddle made me write a letter to an official one time.
Oh, because you yelled at him?
Oh, I got in his ear.
Yeah,
as he
well,
walked off the field.
yeah, that was Hal's such a nice guy.
He was.
I
Coach
get a
Riddle
little,
was an
I get a little
awesome
hot. I get a little hot. I get a little spicy.
guy. Yeah, me too.
So anyway, so my bottom
Had it
5 is all those in Alabama in general, Alabama defensive front, Alabama offensive line, running backs, coaching staff, Alabama. Double thumbs down. If I had a third thumb, it's going down too. All right, so we are halfway through the 7th inning. We know what we got to do. There are 4 of us in here, but by gosh, we're going to do this. We're going to stand up. I hope you can still see us. Tag along. You got to sing with us here, buddy. It's halfway through the 7th inning. What do you do at a baseball game halfway through the 7th inning? Here we go. And 3, 2, 1.
Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if I ever get back, so it's root for
the
Dixie Sports Plus. If
they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old
ball game. All right, the
All right.
7th inning. That's why we have to have more people in here. I'm very disappointed in my friends that said they were coming today. I don't know if you can be my friend anymore. You saw how many we had here 2 weeks ago? And it was the opening show, but that's okay. I still love my friends that can't show up for me. All right, we're moving into the bottom half of the 7th inning. Normally, this is the fantasy football report. We're going to switch gears here and go to, what did I do? The Bet Sons and my son-in-law are involved with this. So this is the 6th inning, which is Print Corp. Hold on, Print Corp. The guys who did our signs. We got T-shirts coming tomorrow. We got hats coming next week. We got all kinds of good stuff. We're going to be giving away. Print Corp. Matt Hollis up here in kind of the Trustful Argo
Appreciate
area.
them.
ThePrintCorp.com. Matt Hollis up there. Give them a call if they got all your printing from shirts, hats, pens, everything you need. ThePrintCorp.com. So now we're here at the JB Curley Bets of the Week.
We've got games on Thursday night, Friday night, and Sunday night, so I'll give you picks for each one of those days for one game. So for Thursday night, we've got Dallas versus Philadelphia. I've got Dallas covered at 8.5. Philadelphia could pretty easily win the game by just handing the ball off to Saquon 40-ish times throughout the game. Dallas, they're going to have a hard time winning because they're going to have to throw for about 500 yards. They've got a shot with Dak and CeeDee Lamb. I don't think they're going to quite get it done, but I think they will stay within striking distance of Philadelphia throughout most of the game. Friday night, we've got Kansas City versus LA Chargers. I've got Kansas City covering -3. I think definitely they've been working offensively. They're really upset with how that Super Bowl loss happened, especially offensively. And the Chargers aren't going to be a joke of a team. They're not going to be a pushover. They'll definitely score some points, but I see Kansas City running away with it probably sometime shortly after the half. As a side bet, I would look at the over, though. Just worth pointing out. All right, and for Sunday's games, I'm going to go with one, and it's just going to be a simple one. I'm going to go with the under at 47 on Miami versus Indianapolis. I don't know what quarterback's going to finish the game for Indianapolis. I have no idea what's going to go on there, but I know it's probably not going to be what you want to see if you're an Indy fan. Sorry in advance. Miami, I don't see them pitching an absolute barn burner. I don't see them scoring 40+. I'm just going to go ahead and take the under. I don't think Indy's going to have a spectacular offensive performance. All right, everyone, that's the bets of the week. Hope y'all all enjoy your NFL kickoff week. Eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want, have a good time. Gamble responsibly. Please, please, please do not bet your children's lunch money. It's not worth it. We're just here to have fun. Y'all have a great day.
All right, we are back. This is the 8th inning. Again, the show is about to come in. We're running a little bit long today, but that's okay. It's all right. So anyway, again, I forgot to mention 2 other honorable mentions on the bottom 5.
Yeah.
Okay, one is Arch Manning. We talked about that. And
Yep.
2, Bill Belichick. What a disastrous opening game for North Carolina Tar Heels. They got the umped.
Yes,
by
it
TCU.
was. Yeah, I think him and his girlfriend had a fight.
I
before
think
the
she
game.
was help coaching. North Carolina, come on.
Yes, she may have been calling.
I mean,
plays.
this is the GOAT of the NFL. One, why would he even go back to college? Man, I would retire and live on an
Retire and
island.
be done.
I mean, he's what, 60? No, he's like 70, and his girlfriend's what, 25? 24, 25?
Yeah. That's weird. Like, I'm sorry, I got 4 girls, and if my girls are that age and they're, yeah, but still, that's, I don't know.
Oh, it's a little bit funky, no doubt. Hey, he has a great personality.
And he has a good doctor that prescribes Viagra.
At that age, he can afford whatever he wants.
All right.
Back to this.
Sorry.
I digress. This is PG-13, Alan. Be careful. Anyway, Bill Belichick, part of the bottom 5. Absolutely, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to have here is we're going to have Eric, one of the owners here, talk a little bit. So, Alan, tell us a little bit about Steele Hall. Again, this was kind of a plug for him.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the Brady Caldwell 9th inning high school football report.
So Eric unfortunately had to run pickup, as a dad, as a parent, how that happens sometimes. But he'll be on next week, and he's got a really cool story about how the brewery life started for him. And I'm gonna get him to talk about that. But it was, man, I'm really, really high right here. Not legally, I mean loud. No, that's all right. So he was, I think his mom was relieved when she found out, and he'll tell about this, that he was not Breaking Bad. He was not cooking meth in his apartment.
Brewing some beer.
He was brewing beer down at Auburn in his apartment in Auburn. Good things come out of Auburn. And so she was really worried. And we'll let him tell that story. And then I believe he had a pretty big contract with Pinehurst Golf Course.
Yeah.
But I'll let him tell that and how that happened. But these guys have an incredible establishment here in Trussville. It is interesting to see the intricate inner workings of how the beer is made. I've watched that several times, unfortunately later than I should have sometimes. But what they've got and how they're expanding with the golf simulator bays in the back, which is going to be really neat. They will also, and this is a big thing, the golf simulators will open first, but then they will actually have a full bar. And I think that's been a big thing because a lot of people that don't get that extra drink and then not coming back. So
he's going to open that up?
Yep. He'll have full bar and then kitchen right here with I'm let him talk about that.
Yep. Something where we're sitting is going to be something new in a couple of months. So we will not be here. We'll be in the backside of the office here. So anyway, good things coming here at Steele Hall Brewery. Again, he's letting us do this. It's fantastic. So we want to thank Eric and his guys for doing this. All right, I did say Brady Caldwell. Nope, sorry. It is the Ricky Graben, the NASCAR report, and Dega, and all that fun stuff. He's getting ready for the season coming around here, so it's kind of a downtime, but Ricky is never at a loss for words.
Turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, turn left. Go straight, turn left. So, Ricky, take us to our NASCAR report, and we'll come back from the 9th inning to end the show. Brady Caldwell, then our plus section, and then we'll be done for the day.
That's right.
Hey, it's Ricky Graven, Dixie Sports Plus, 8th inning. It's 9/4/25. September the 4th, 2025. All right, we'll talk a little NASCAR. This past weekend in Darlington, Chase Briscoe dominated the field. He put himself guaranteed to go the next 12. He led 309 of 367 laps. That's a lot. Denny Hamlin is 43 points behind, chasing hard. Kyle Larson's 38, also chasing hard. The bottom four, Joey Logano, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, and Josh Berry are outside the cut line. If they don't win in the next two races, they're out. That'll be Bristol 9/13/2025 when they have the final. And then 2311 in Front Row Motorsports. They're not doing good with their court battle against NASCAR. They're losing. So this coming week, we will be in 700. Then, it won't be long. We will be live in Talladega, CNC Campground. Coach Jamie Curley, Alan Kimmer will see some of the wildest people they've seen all year long. And then, it'll be time for the big race, Talladega. Come see us live, Talladega, CNC Campground. Coach Jamie Curley, Alan Kinnemer, and all the rest of the group will all be there having a blast. So, all except for Nick. Nick's in Milwaukee. He's our hockey guy. This is Ricky Graven with Dixie Sports Plus, 8th inning. Come see us.
All right, we are back here for the 9th inning. We are going to be live in Talladega. Ricky Graven, let me tell you something. He will be so excited. He will be like a kid at Christmas that week. And he has a very nice place that he sets up, nice camper.
Yeah.
And we're going to get you out there. You're going to spend the night in the infield at Talladega.
I'm not.
There are things that happen there that you as a grown man have not even experienced yet.
I will drive back to Trussville.
I went when I was 12, and I saw things that scarred me.
I went one time, and her brother and his girlfriend, and we drove down, they called it the Strip, the main road there.
Yeah.
And on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
And then we went back for more Saturday
Nope.
night. I have never seen, and let me tell you, as a parent, my kids ain't go.
No. I was 12. I went with a friend that's Deacon and his son, and we, yes, again, at 12 years old, you would think seeing people running around naked would be interesting. It was not.
Sorry, I'm about to upset some people, but these are NASCAR. These are not models running around naked.
These are not. These are people with summer teeth. Some are there and some are missing.
I'll never forget. Coach, a friend of mine, still a friend of mine, he was coach at a couple of different schools, Matt Glover. When he was at Moody,
I know Matt.
We all went up to the dirt track one time, and this is along.
Oh
that
yeah, just
same
on the other
time,
side, yeah,
the right next to it.
Yeah.
And man, I'll never forget. I ain't never been up there. I didn't know what to expect. And he turned around and he said, "I'm just going to tell y'all right now, our group, and those 5 of us, we have more teeth in our mouth than this entire grandstand." And it was a dirt track race. And I'm not saying anything bad about dirt track people, or
I think you are. They're gonna come get us.
I don't know. They can get offended or whatever, but it was an experience, and I was more interested in watching the people than I was the race.
It's a people watching place.
But I've also been to Talladega and it was really neat. I got to stay around the trailer with a certain team and ate. Oh man, let me tell you,
they do eat good there. They eat very well.
They have their own chef. Most of those teams have their own chef. And so we ate good, and then we walked from the trailer to the team meeting. We didn't get to go on the team meeting, but we walked with the team to the team meeting, and then we sat in the pit box with the guy. I mean, I was hearing them call things. It was really neat. But after about 4 laps and 2 pit stops, or however many laps and a couple of pit stops, it was like,
you're about done.
Hey, can we go? I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do 500 laps of go straight, turn left.
And that's what he said.
Go straight, turn left.
My ex-brother-in-law named Jeremy, he said the production the lead up to the race is what's exciting. That is the most exciting thing when you're a spectator, so to say.
There you go. Well, we will be there. Dega. We'll figure out what day. I think we did a Friday last time. Saturday might be better. Maybe even a Sunday morning. We'll see.
Get my Bubba deep.
We will be remote. We can do this show wherever.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
we need is Wi-Fi, a plug-in. So again, if you're a business and you want us to do a show, we've already talked to someone today that we may do another remote at a place closely here in Trussville.
That's right.
And we can go anywhere as long as we have a Wi-Fi connection. We can do this show, and that'll be a lot of fun. So we're going to move into the 9th inning here. We're finishing up the show. This is the Brady Caldwell High School local high school football report. So Brady, he's all fired up. He got dressed up. I wish you could see him. I watched all the videos before. Brady is looking sharp. You know why? Because it's region play.
Ooh.
Big game across the road right over here. The Huskies are taking on the Vestavia Rebels, and Vestavia is a very good team. They put a thumping on Auburn High School. Again, Springville's going to the Leeds. We got some great games coming up. So Brady Caldwell, 9th inning local high school football report, and you can be a business that advertise here. We need advertisement for the 8th and 9th inning. So if you're out there and you want to be a part of the DSP family, come on. So the 9th inning.
Welcome back, high school football fans. My name is Brady Caldwell, and you might be wondering why I'm a little bit dressed up today. Well, it's a special occasion, as this week we have my top 5 games here, as all these games are region games, and a lot of rivalries this week, as we're going to jump right into it with number 1. As you can see, we got Trussville versus Vestavia Hills, 2 rivals in their region, as they played each other last year in a very hard-fought game, as the Huskies came out on top, winning 18-14. This year, the Huskies will now host. This definitely is a big game for both programs, as they are in the toughest region in 7A by far. And this game will definitely decide some playoff seeding in the future, as both of those teams make a playoff push. Then we got Opelika versus Auburn. This game last year was decided by a tipped up ball and an interception by Auburn, as that would eventually lead to a win over the Bulldogs. That game ended 28-21 last year. And this week, last week, the Bulldogs won their game, as they moved to 2-0, as they will hopefully or they plan on to go at 3-0 this next week. And they host the Tigers in the 100th meeting of this rivalry. So big game, big headline there, as these two region rivals face each other in their their region openers. Then moving on to Mountain Brook versus Hueytown. Last year, both of these teams played each other, as it was a very good game and decided by only 2 points, as the Mountain Brook Spartans beat them last year to start off their region play, and the Spartans are coming off a 27-11 loss last week against Parker. As for the Golden Gophers, they had a bye week last week, but they still have that week prior. So both of these teams coming off losses, and both of these teams looking to get back in the win column and start off the region play with a W. And then we got Ramsey versus Briarwood. Briarwood and Ramsey ended in a score of 23-14 last year. These two teams will expect to win this game, as they make a playoff push. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, they both came off losses last week, and they will definitely be wanting to get back in the win column this week as well. And moving on, Chelsea versus Pelham. This game could be 4, but I put it at 5. Chelsea and Pelham last year, 36-33, very close game, as it was decided by just a field goal. And both of these teams, want to start the region off play very good. And Chelsea played Wetumpka last week, as they took the W there. And as for the Panthers, they had a heartbreaking loss to Oak Mountain, as they lost by 1 point at home. So, the Pelham Panthers are definitely going to be wanting to get, back in the win column,
as well as the Chelsea Hornets are going to want to keep that little win going, or winning streak going. It's not really a winning streak, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, moving on to our hometown heroes, or not hometown heroes, hometown head-to-head, as we already have Trussville up there as the number one game. I mean, come on now. So we just have here, I'm going to stand up, you see, we have Springville versus Leeds, and Springville versus Leeds in years past has been mostly Green Wave, but the Tigers are hoping to turn that around this week and make a playoff push, as both these teams are expecting to do that this year. So without further ado, I hope y'all enjoyed this week, and I'll see y'all next week.
All right, man.
We are back. The final inning.
9th inning, baby.
Thank you, Brady Caldwell, for let me check the sound. Here we go, Treese. We're still jamming. There we go. All right, again, that is wrap up the plus portion of the show. This is what's called Dixie Sports Plus.
That's right.
Because we can add whatever we want to in it. So we're going to kind of do a quick wrap up of the games coming up. Then we'll do our predictions, the Bammer Barner predictions. I'm a Bammer, he's a Barner. And we'll do that again. The big games I got coming up, of course, Ole Miss, Kentucky. I think Ole Miss will destroy them. Again, I've got Ole Miss sneaking right in there. Watch out. They may end up in Atlanta in December. You never know. So Ole Miss, Kentucky, they should win that. A big game, Kansas and Missouri. These are two not very good teams playing. The loser of this game is going to be in trouble for the rest of the season because Kansas, I thought, was decent. They're not. Missouri, I thought, was decent. They beat nobody really well. I'm scared if Missouri beats the heck out of Kansas because that's another tough SEC road game for Alabama to go to Columbia, Missouri, and play those guys up there. Again, South Florida, Florida. There are people actually picking South Florida to win this ball game.
And that's
not only cover the spread.
What's
the coach at Florida? I wish you would have asked me. Oh, at South Florida?
Yeah. Is that the Bulls?
Yeah, they're the Bulls.
That's the Bulls. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, there are people that are actually picking. I think Florida's favored by 5.5. There's some people saying South Florida over Florida. I do not think so.
I don't think so.
We'll find out if Florida is the real deal, if they're a middle tier or they're a top tier team. Again, Arizona State, Mississippi State. I will always pull for the Bulldogs because I always feel sorry for Mississippi State. I will always pull for Mississippi State. So they're playing Arizona State, who's supposedly supposed to be a sneaker team. Some folks are saying Arizona State is a decent team. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. I'm pulling for Mississippi State. And then Michigan and Oklahoma.
That's a big game.
That is a very big game.
Yeah.
And again, it's a tough one because Alabama's got to play Oklahoma, but I just can't pull for Michigan.
And that's a prime time.
It is.
It's
ABC game. That's going to be a big game.
6:30 our time.
That's going to be a big game right there. That's going to be a good one right there. I'm thinking Oklahoma should be able to win the game. Michigan is not very good. They haven't really been good last year, the year before. I mean, they're not cheating. They can't win. So Harbaugh's not there stealing signals.
That's right. That's right.
So any college-wise, and then we'll talk a little bit of NFL, and we'll be done.
I mean, that's about it.
That's it for the main ones.
You know, I mean, Auburn.
They play
Ball State, but again, that's on ESPNU if that tells you anything.
Yeah.
And then Alabama's on ULM, which is on the SEC network again. I don't. I think the Oklahoma-Michigan game will probably be the last game I watch for the night.
Yeah.
And that's really going to be. I am now. I think
I think it'll be a good game, and I'm
Florida's going to win it. I feel like, but
they better. They better because it doesn't get any easier for Florida. They've had very tough schedule last year and a tough schedule this year.
But and Ole Miss, Kentucky, I may watch the first quarter.
It's going to be 21-0 in 3 possessions.
I was going to say first quarter, and then I'll tune in right at the end of the game just to see what the score finalizes.
Yes, Lane will put up 60.
I hope
on
he
Kentucky if he can. He will put up 60 on them because he wants to prove a point.
Because Kentucky's going to put 60 on Ole Miss at basketball season.
And it will. They will get thumped come basketball. That is a basketball school. All right, so that's basically the rest of the games coming up this week.
Yep.
Bama Barner predictions should be 2 good games. Of course, we said this last week for Alabama. I actually had them. I told you it was going to be a closer game. I think I said 27-20 Alabama. I said it was going to be a lot closer than they were projected to win 13, 14 points. I definitely went under with that bet. And again, I think Bama's favored by 34. If they don't win by 40, it's going to be a yucky, ugly season. If they go something like that, this could be a catastrophic year for Alabama. We'll see if they are any good, if they can bounce back, if they can get some discipline. So I'm going to go with 35-13 Alabama.
Okay.
35. I don't think they're going to dominate. I hope they do, but I can't trust them right now. And, of course, Auburn, I think, will dominate. They're going to be back in the Plains. It's a place nobody ever wants to play. So I'm looking at, if they can score 38 on Baylor, I bet they can put 48 on Ball State.
Okay.
48-10.
Oh.
The Barn. Uh-oh. Okay. 42. What do you got? That's my Bama Barner prediction. What's yours?
I had Auburn 42-10. So
42-10.
we're pretty close there. I feel like that Alabama will come out with some anger and some frustration.
Hope so.
But here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to come out with some anger and frustration. I think they're going to win. I think they win big, but that's it. I think next game they'll be back in the pit. I think it's going to be more. I would say 48-14.
Okay. Okay, yeah, defense did not impress me. I thought they would almost, do well. They did not. So, anyway, well, that's it. That's the Dixie Sports Plus third episode here. We got to give our prize away. Babe, can you get the bucket real quick? We're going to give our prize away. What we have here is we may give two. I don't know. Should we give two away? What do you want to do? We got two. We've got a Bama Beer towel and a $50 gift card.
If we give two away, that'll make people come out.
That's true.
Yeah,
we'll try to give more away. So for the towel,
I thought this was a flag.
A flag
no,
towel.
No, it's a bag with a towel in it. Okay.
It's a bag with a flag with a towel. Mike Rowe wins and he picked. Come up here. Come up here, Mike. You can't move the camera. Also known as Tag Along, he's an F3 guy. This guy's 61 years old and can bring it. And he did get the right answer. The answer is, which SEC school has the most SEC championships of all time combined? It is the University of Florida.
Oh, man.
With 261. I said it was a good guess. I didn't say it was the right guess. Man. Florida, 261 SEC championships.
That's incredible.
261, that is. So who wins? The trustful. If you're the only one that got the right answer, you get to win too. Mike Rowe also said Alabama. I admire, but I picked the Florida one first, so you win right there, all right? And the next one here is Cord. Is Cord the fella out there? He did not pick the right answer, though.
Oh.
So Cord, we're going to give him a consolation prize. He gets
a grab bag.
He gets a Bryant Bank squeezy ball. Stress ball.
Yep.
And whatever this is, a can opener. And that, if you want to go out and you tell him to come in here, or we
that's
can
his
give it to him.
consolation.
I'll listen, Mike. Mike, I'll do you a favor. I will. You can trade your towel in for the $50 walk-on gift card, and then we'll do that next week. Will that work? Since I want to give this away because our new. Okay, he's going to take the trade today, so we're going to give the towel again and another one. I'm going to some local restaurants, and we're going to get some good gift cards, so you need to be here, but you got to be present to win.
Got to be present to win.
So congratulations. He wins a $50 gift card to Walk-Ons, which is nice.
Yeah, it is.
And we'll hold on to this, and we'll give that away
Very
next year.
good.
So we only had one winner, only one true winner, so we give away the things, and we'll give him some stuff. We got some Brewsters gave us some coupons and some stuff. We'll have this here next week for everybody who shows up. And again, I think that's it for the show today. Is that it? Teresa, we good? Everybody, again, thank you, Eric, for allowing us here at Steel Hall Brewery. Come back next week, 4 o'clock, or get here about 4:30 or so. Come out, hang out, see the show with us. We went a little bit long today, but that's all right. Sometimes in the neighborhood of 5:30. But this is episode 3, Dixie Sports Plus. We'll be back here live next Thursday, 4 p.m., Dixie Sports Plus. Thank you for being here. See y'all later. What you got? Oh, yeah, you got to finish this. Final word from AK-47.
All right, guys. Last week, you know what it was about what you're going through. You still got to wear deodorant. If you're feeling, I took notes on this one. If you're feeling lonely, watch a horror movie at night. It will make you feel like someone else is in the room with you. Follow me for more tips.
All
right.
Good stuff. Peace out, Dixie Sports Plus.
Adios.